If you become a child of God, the next thing is for you to enter into sacrificial mindset. If you don't understand the sacrifices, you will never be able to float whilst others are sinking. You see, banks are collapsing in Ghana, but banks are exploiting. What's the difference? Some are sacrificing something, and some are becoming greedy. So the more you become greedy, you die before your time. Because when you are greedy, you die before your time. Because greediness will create a choke in your system. The next one. You see, sacrifices gives you the power to break the circle. The circle. Everybody say circle.
Circle.
One more time, say circle.
Circle.
Come on, one more time, say circle.
Circle.
If you want to break the circle, that's it. The only thing that will help you to have the power to break the circle is sacrifice. That's it. Now, I need 6 people. I saw you writing. Come. I want you to draw a circle. Hold your hands and be a circle. Okay. Now watch this. This is circle. Okay. Go and get me one of the maracas there. This is one of the things you people should know. Okay. If I give this to Masabonsu here. Okay. Now, Masabonsu, where would he pass this one to? This one. Where would he go? It will come to Mr. Francis. Yeah, because they are in connection. It's a circle. Okay. When it gets to Francis, where will they pass? To go to this brother. When it gets to this brother, where will it pass? It goes to Ernest. When it gets to Ernest, where will he go? When it gets to Mabua, where do you go? It goes to Edu. Now when it gets to Edu, where does he go? It comes back to Masabonsu. Huh? Okay. Now watch this. So if Masabonsu was the great father, what he had passes on to a grandfather here. And he also passes on. Passes on. Then it comes back. Then it repeats itself. Because it's a circle. Watch this. That is why the wheels under your cars are not triangular shape. The wheels under your car. That's right. And so it keeps putting the car on the same motion. If you put a rectangular shape under your car, you will not have the same movement motion you had when you had the round shape. Okay, it is a kanko and a shasia, a quasen, ultima senebeo. Your Nantisade economy. Okay. Nasa General. Say, Cobanesha, any say, a quasen obey. Medasi. Medasi. But what you knew? Because
there is no rhythm that flows. The round one is a must, it's automatic. So what happened to Master Bonso will happen to this, will happen to that, will happen to that, will happen to that, because it is a circle. But when you have a shape like this, it changes the rhythm. What does that mean? It means that all of us here, if you don't resemble your father, you resemble your uncle. If you don't resemble your uncle, you resemble your grandfather. So the same routine that happened to your grandfather, grandmother, whatever, will happen to your life. And so when you look at the graph and you study the graph from my grandfather, this is what they went through. But I believe 2018, in the month of September, I went to church and I was told that I can break that circle. Then how are you going to do it? It means that what happened to your uncle, grandfather, late mother, this, you don't want to have the same thing passing on to you. So what do? You cut off. How do you cut off the circle? How do you cut the circle? When Master Bonso break off this, what he has can never pass on to this. It means that what he has will remain with him. This man has his own. And how is he going to do that? He will pull off from the thing. And so what he has can never touch this. The only thing that can do that is your sacrificial life. When you sacrifice, you break the circle. You don't want what your mother had to come upon you. You don't want what your father had to come upon you. You don't want your wife to come upon you. Sacrifice. And when you sacrifice, you will break the circle. Can somebody rise up and clap and shout and make a noise unto the name of the Most High God? Break the circle. Please break it. I say break it. How do you do that? You sacrifice. You break the circle. What your mother had, you don't want it. You don't like it. Keep it, mama. Keep it, papa. I am of a new generation. I'm for signs and for wonders. I don't want your experience. I don't want your troubles. I don't want your challenges. I want the mercy and the favor of the Lord. It is only the sacrifice that can break the circle. Can somebody clap and shout, I receive it?
I receive it.
So me dem mpem kwa asemo me de ya obema de wontumi mom nsudwa me de me oyesese ya una na spirit na ye omu adwuma ntide bia wontumi nware nche as me dem mpem kwa asemo me de wonse me de uma me spirit na manifest no nipa mienu nantina ba kwa njimi abere na yi so me dem mpem kwa asemo me dem mpem kwa be so aye single spirit a woto me no na de wonam wo fa dede ka no bi na wo so wato mu no what strategy din krofosika wo fa de na e wo no so no bi na aba wo so obi hu wo so wo fa wati ko se wo fa ka se jaisa me ti konsem wo fa me so ko ti konsem wo fa. You see, these are some of the things we didn't know until you learn to break certain cycle. You will never know that something was not meant to be part of your life, yet it has become part of you. Look at your mother. Your mother had a divorce, and look at you. You're also having the same thing, and you think it's a normal. Look at your father. Your father had a divorce. Your father divorced your mother, and look at you. You think it's just, because me, I don't tolerate noises. I don't tolerate that. I don't tolerate that. Look at your father, your dubious father. Look at you. You're also having the same kind of attitude because your father was a very dubious guy and you have the same spirit. Break it. How do you do that? It's not just about you coming to church and just to do some prayer. You come to church and you sacrifice so that you break the chain, because it is connected. This hand hold hands is connected. So you use sacrifice to break it. You break here, then you break here, so that what flows from your uncle cannot touch you, flow from your grandmother cannot touch you, and what flow from heaven is going to touch your life.
Yes.
May this be your portion. Hallelujah.
Amen.
And they say, you look like your father. Everybody knows that your father had a terrible problem. Do you want to have the same kind of thing?
No.
So how do you stop that? How? It's sacrifice. You got to understand that. Because you see, there was a prophecy that was given to Eli. It said, nobody in your house will grow to their prime. So which means that everybody that grows to about 35, 40 years, you will die. You have no idea. It's a circle. It's a circle. Your family, they have diabetes and it's going through the system. They say, my grandmother had diabetes. And my mother's symptoms, it looks like the same disease is coming. So at times when you are there, then you go, hey, shut up.
Hey. Yes.
Everybody said, now the next one. When the next one, when you sacrifice as Noah did, it gives you the power to break what we call a limited tag. That's it. Sarcabium. You have no idea. Do you know there are certain tribes when you are born from? It doesn't matter how God lifts you up, people will still have doubt about you. Because they believe that where you are coming from and who you are, you can never be genuine. Because there is a tag. And that tag always makes you hit a certain target. And you can't go up. But today, if the Bible is true, I came with a prophetic word. We are going to use our time. We will use our resources. We will use our bodies. We will use our gifts as a sacrifice to God, to break every limitation upon our lives. From today, I declare, anybody that has placed limitation on you, in the name of Jesus, we use our sacrifice to break that limit of your business, break that limit of your finances, break that limit over your marriage. Now watch this. Anybody that engage God by sacrifice, this is the benefit. You will have the power to break the curse of the curse. In the Bible it says you have been cursed by the curse. He did not say that I curse you. There are two different things. Somebody will come to you and say, I curse you. It's two different things. And somebody will say that I curse you with the curse, which means he's referring to a particular curse. There are people here who has been cursed by the curse. There are families who have been cursed by the curse. That's it. Not that they have cursed them. That's it. That's why you come to church here. Because God wants you to be a millionaire. Do you know that poverty is a curse? Poverty. Poverty is a curse. Yeah. That is why when somebody's cursing you, he doesn't use the word, I curse you with poverty. They said, I curse you. That's what they say. They said, I'll curse you. You will be cursed. But they will mention something. But when somebody be specific, when they become specific, it means they are referring you to something. When somebody say, you, poverty will never leave you alone. Hey. That's what we call you are being cursed by the curse. But when somebody say that you are cursed, it's different. But when somebody say you, poverty will never leave you and the rest of your children. That's what we call you are being cursed by the curse. If you don't know, there are some of you here, your mothers has been cursed by the curse. It means that the female born children will never succeed in their marriages. That's what we call you are being cursed by the curse. Some of you, they use the word that your sons will never prosper. It means that's what we call your sons has been cursed by the curse. And that is what Jacob said to his firstborn Reuben. He said, your life is going to be like a water. You will be unstable. So when you are born by a woman from the Reuben seed, your life always shakes. That's what we call you are cursed by the curse. When they look at you and say, you can never settle with a one woman the rest of your life. That's what we call you are being cursed by the curse. I wish you say here all night. Master, you have to understand some of these things. So some of us, we've been cursed by the curse. May that say, so how do you break off? How do you break off? The Bible said Jesus came to offer himself so that he would deliver us from the curse. Watch this. He will deliver us from the curse, a particular curse. You need to understand from today. Where? Any curse that you are being cursed by, today, I also curse that thing in the name of Jesus. She no say ya de no me adome on kasi adome but the no me adome sa statement ni be hu bi o Malachi o kasa fata te ho no also what the no me adome you are being cursed by the curse but me ma remfi na abusuan e fifiri mu bebre no am kan se be kire mu mema bebre no mu ye greedy bu no ne ba eda no ne ba wo. Not the curse, you are cursing about the curse. I don't say no. And so when we talk about sacrifice, that is why the people that know sacrifice, they don't joke. They will do everything. We sit down on their man so that he break that curse of their life. You need to understand some of this, and this is the reason why Africa is suffering. The reason why Africa. Do you know the Western world is more corrupt than Africa? You have no idea. But you, as if you live in Africa, they will tell you to think that Africa is corrupt. But why are we where we are now? Because most of us, we are being cursed by the curse. When I use the word being cursed by the curse, it means that there is a specific curse that has been pronounced over you. It says when you grow, you will not reap. That is a specific. When you give birth to children, they will never be fruitful. Specific. That one we don't just pray. We do some serious extravagant sacrifice to end that curse, to reverse it. For Jesus to reverse the curse of humankind, he came to offer himself. Some of you will work and work and work. Money will come to you, but you will never enjoy it because it is a curse that has been cursed on you. Ubeye juma mankrofo. Ubeye juma buashika no but nyawo na obedi. Ayam no me eri atoso. Otu so nhira wo so ubeye juma na wo so nkofo bebrebe hu han but wo beto so mu. a curse on you. Said that thing should stop. You see, sir, me, if I'm not a preacher that have a sanity in my mind, I won't be able to tell you this. Because these things we don't tell people, because when you tell them, they'll think that this also for you wants our money. No. Some of us have been cursed by the curse. And this is what we have to do. This is what we have to do, so that we can break some curses. There are men, nice men, handsome men, and you see them, they are very promising, and yet they have some curses over them because of their father, because of their grandfather. So there is a curse that have been pronounced. They say your children will scatter. Hey, that's what we call the curse. They did not say that I curse you and your children. When somebody says I curse you with your children, that's different. But when somebody says you and your children, they will be scattered. You will never give birth. That's what we call the curse. Obiasonya naso. Ojosonya naso. Ade biara wo wiase a wo bae. Aye bonyo no. Etie nyame etirem po. Aye numi